Okay guys, we're gonna do a reverse sear tri-tip on the new Ninja Woodfire Grill. Y'all wanna stick around for this one. What's up everybody? Welcome to Cooking with CJ. I'm CJ, welcome to my backyard. So glad you're here. Guys, we got a nice, easy, simple recipe for you today. In fact, all it's gonna take is 2 ingredients. We got a nice barbecue rub from Smokin and Grillin with AB. This is the B rub, the level up. All right, so I'll put a link down below to AB's website so you can get some of this stuff. Perfect for any kind of beef, ribs, whatever. And then you're gonna need a tri-tip. Just that simple. So this tri-tip is pretty much already trimmed up, but I am gonna take a little bit of time. I got a nice new Doll Strong boning knife that we're gonna use to just kind of fillet off a little bit of that silver skin, cut off any fats that you can see on there that's a little too much. Now I'm going to leave the small fat cap on there. If you guys wanna take it off, feel free, but I just figure, you know, fat's flavor. It's not too much of a fat cap on there. So this is just gonna be a nice little flavorful bite of fat in there, okay? Now reverse searing is just like I've done this with, you know, steaks. I do it with, you know, kind of chicken breast proteins and stuff like that. Now all we're doing with this is we're gonna give it some smoke. We're gonna go ahead and pull that tri-tip roast out once it hits that 115, 120. We're gonna turn the grill setting to grill to the highest temp it'll go, let it preheat all the way through, get that grill nice and searing hot, and then that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sear that tri-tip, give it a nice crust on there, go both sides on it, maybe even kind of turn it up, get the other, get the edge. We wanna build a nice charred outside to it, okay? So that's how reverse searing goes. So we're gonna give it some smoke, and then we're gonna give it some sear, okay? Really simple to do. Again, you're gonna ask how long it's gonna take. Guys, stop asking me. I'm not gonna answer in the comments anymore, okay? We cook to internal temperatures on this channel, all right? So get yourself one of these wireless thermometers. Get yourself the pro model of the grill if you want, that has that probe that's already attached, okay? Or get yourself an instant read thermometer. Whatever it takes, cook to internal temperatures. I can't tell you how long it's gonna take. Okay, this roast is just right around 3 pounds. We are going to use the smoker setting at 250, like I said, until it hits to about 115, 120. So not a whole lot to it, but this is the best way to get a nice medium rare on your tri-tip and then get a nice sear on the outside, okay? Now I know I've over-talked this a little bit, so let's go ahead and start getting into the cook. But before we do, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, right? Because you know what's gonna be a good one. Hit that red subscribe button with that bell next to it so you get alerts on all what we're doing here, right? Okay, we're on the road to 100,000 subscribers, just about 6,000 left, so I wanna get there by the end of the year. We got a couple months. Help me get there, share this out, comment down below, thumbs up, all that good stuff that helps this video getting that algorithm, all right? Help your boy out. Okay, all that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Get that grill fired up, get that smoke rolling. Let's go. Get these pellets in. Guys, these are not Ninja pellets. If y'all read the instructions, that owner's manual, you'll see that it says any food safe pellets, okay? So let's go ahead and get this tri-tip on before we fire up the grill. Okay, we got our temp spike thermometer in there. Shut it down. Let's get it to the smoker setting. Like I said, we're gonna give it 250. You give it some smoke. We'll go ahead and start. Again, we're only taking this to about 115, 120 internal, and then we're gonna pull it off and then give it that sear. All right, come on back. All right, team, our temp spike is temping at 115, 116 in that area. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pull this roast off, set it on a tray, and then we're gonna fire up that grill to the highest setting and we'll start searing it off. The good thing about this grill is we can leave the lid open. We can, you know, open sear, flip back and forth, make sure we get a, you know, an even caramelization, even char through the whole roast, okay? So, nothing left to do. Let's get to it. All right, let's fire it up. We are temped out We're gonna go pull this off, set it to the side, shut this down. Just gonna turn it off, turn it back on to the grill setting. High is the highest temp we're gonna go. 10 minutes should be enough time to get this thing seared off the way we want. We don't really need the wood fire technology right now because it's already been smoking for about 45 minutes or so. So let's hit that start. We're gonna preheat it to the high setting and then we'll start searing it. While the wood fire grill's preheating, I went ahead and took out our temp spike thermometer. I didn't want it to be in the way of moving and grooving this roast while we sear it off. For the rest of the way, I'll be using my Cooking with CJ instant read thermometer just to check it as we go. Link down below if you want one. All right, we should be able to get this thing going in just a few minutes. All right, it's telling us to add the food, so we're adding the food. I'm gonna start with the fat cap side down real quick. Get a nice sear on that. All right, we're competing with the city gardener out there. Let's give it a flip. Give it a flip. Let's give it a quick temp check. We wanted about 130, 135 for a medium rare. Go some other parts here. Looking good. As we get to the end, obviously it's a little bit more done, right? All right, we're gonna sear up this edge and then we'll take it inside. All right, we're up on that edge. Just a couple more seconds and we'll pull this off and let it rest. All right, still competing with the city gardener, but we're nice and seared off. Got some good char on there all the way around. Looking good. We're gonna take this off and let it rest for about 20 minutes. Let's get it off and get it in the house. Turn it off. See you guys, we're back inside. We've let this rest for about 15 minutes, maybe 20. I've been doing a little behind the scenes stuff here. So let's go and slice into it. Guys, if you're familiar with the tri-tip or if you're not, it's two muscles that join together. So you have grains that go in different directions. So basically we're gonna slice it down the middle and then we're gonna turn them on their sides and slice against the grain. Okay, it's the only way to cut meat. You wanna cut it against the grain, gives it more tender, easy bite through, okay? Let's come on down to the kitchen island here and get this thing sliced up. What do you say? We got our big old slicer knife here from Doll Strong. Take this off. Whoa, slippery little guy. Now what I'm talking about as far as grains go, I'm gonna use my knife to kind of demonstrate. The grains are running like this on this side of the roast, and then on the other side of the roast, you more wanna cut it against it that way, okay? We're gonna go ahead and just cut it right down the middle. Right, beautiful color on the inside. I'm just gonna slice it up. So again, the grains are running straight down this way. We're gonna cut against the grain and on the bias. Okay. And we're cutting nice thin slices. Get a little close up so you can see the color on it. Gorgeous, just dripping. So damn tasty. All right, so I'm gonna put this side to the side and then we'll cut this one up. And you can see we're cutting against the grain on the bias. Beautiful, beautiful slices. Again, beautiful color, just over medium rare. Looking gorgeous, obviously more. Here's the roast. As it gets to the middle of it, you can see it's a lot more pink, and then it gets a little more done as it goes out, but perfectly reverse seared. Gorgeous looking piece of meat. We'll go ahead and finish slicing this up, and we'll come back, grab a bite. Team, all the pictures have been taken. Did a little stuff for the gram. Got a little nubbit right here. Got a lot of crust on the outside. Guys, that is too good. Guys, that is too dang good. Got all the feels in my mouth right now. So good. Guys, I'll tell you what, got plenty of smoke flavor on there. We charred it on the outside with a nice sear. Reverse seared for me is the way to go when you're looking for like a perfectly done steak or roast like this. They can slice up nice and tender. Still got your char, still got your smoke flavor, but just beautiful, gorgeous, lovely. All right, guys, if you want to go ahead and get yourself one of these Ninja Woodfire grills, put a link down below. There's actually a coupon code, save you 40 bucks off. Put Cooking with CJ at 40, I believe it is, in there, and you can check it out. It's good to the end of the year. You guys can grab one. If you guys want to get any of the knives, merch, cutting boards, all that stuff I use in my videos, the links are down below. Link for that temp spike wireless thermometer, which I've been using quite a bit. I'm digging it. Check it out. If you guys want to become a show producer, like all these awesome people scrolling in front of me, tri-tip loving people, reverse seared tri-tip loving people, hit that join button right next to the subscribe button, which you should have already hit by now, right? Other than that, guys, we are done. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for cooking with CJ. Take care.